Okay, thank you, Ellie, for performing under pressure there. What an amazing performance, bearing in mind everything, and a very talented young musician. I'd also like to thank Georgina Arthur for her musical performance in the main reception at the beginning of the evening as well. So a round of applause for Georgina. And now, before we move on to our prestigious special awards, I'd like to welcome to speak our guest of honour, a former student from the Colne Community School and College, Kieran Pearce.
Thank you. Firstly, I feel very humbled to kind of stand up here, and it would be right without saying firstly that I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for some amazing staff at this school who really helped me along my way to kind of where I've got to now. And I'm sure lots of you sitting over there have had similar experiences with many of the staff in the room. So if we could just take a second to give them a big round of applause. I haven't really got a script for tonight, it's kind of up here, but a lot of the time I'm going to bring it back to some quotes. And I really like this one up here because it's very, very true. Lots of the time we go through times where we need support and we rely on lots of other people. I was very lucky when I attended this school that I had someone who understood me. I am going to embarrass her because she stitched me up and got me up here tonight. Keris Emery, I can't quite see where she is, but she understood me, she took the time to get to know me, and she helped me through some difficult times. I want you to really kind of remember that as you move forward through school, and really just be remembering and take the time to remember those that support you throughout your journey, like Keris did for me. So when I joined the school here in 2002, I didn't know anybody. I left my primary school, which can be quite daunting when you start a big secondary school like this. And I had to kind of find my passion early. My passion was sport, and again, I had a fantastic teacher. Again, he may or may not be here tonight, but Phil Coleman was a fantastic teacher for me. He encouraged me to do lots of sport, and I was really passionate about it. That is really important as well. You always need to have a passion in life, and whatever you do, even from leaving school, you need to be passionate about it. So I'd really want you to kind of take that message forward. I think once I kind of discovered sport and got into it, I got to the age where I started to discover other things. In my case, girls and other influences that maybe weren't so positive. And I kind of took some decisions which weren't the best for me. Kind of growing up now and having a bit more understanding, I understand that it was mental health issues that I was struggling with. I think I was lucky to have such a supportive mum, dad, and now girlfriend as well. She wasn't the bad one. I've been lucky to come out the other side of that. But my lowest point I got to, I wrote a letter and said that I didn't want to be here anymore. And I left my house and I walked and I walked and I walked. I lost my shoe, I lost my jacket, and when I woke up, I was laying next to a graveyard. My dad and a couple of my friends were very worried about me, obviously, and they found me laying there. Now, I don't really have much recognition of what happened. I just know that at that point, I really needed to make a change. I had the support, as I said, very luckily to kind of get over that. And again, back in school, Kerry supported me lots with that. What I want you though to really remember is that even if you have those dark times and times where you do maybe hit rock bottom, you can always pull yourself out of it. There are always people out there willing to listen, and there are always people there who maybe have gone through similar experiences. You will fail at things in life, and it's great tonight that we're celebrating achievement. It won't always be like that, but you've got to build that resilience to know that eventually you can achieve what you want to. And that does start with you. From leaving school, I didn't end up going to college. It was probably a good decision. Although I'd made progress, I wasn't completely over the stage where I'd kind of let myself down and let others down. And I really did put my family through it, but they stuck there with me. I then decided to apply for a job at a local special needs school. And my dad saw it in the paper one evening, and kind of special needs, I didn't really have any clue what that meant. I'm just interested in the room. If I said to you, has anybody heard of autism? Can I just see a show of hands? No, that's good. And I think that's starting to change. Has anyone heard of Asperger's? Good. And if I said the letters SEMH, would anyone know what that stands for? If we're talking in education. Okay, a few. So there's still lots of kind of stigma out there towards social, emotional, mental health difficulties. And kind of where I've gone now on my journey of working in special needs school, I'm very passionate about trying to break down those perceptions. So I had a very, very good mentor when I started at Marketfield Special School, and his name was Gary Smith, and he took me under his wing straight away and given me confidence to move on. I decided after a few years working there that I wanted to become a teacher. So I started a degree through the Open University while carrying on to work at Marketfield School. If someone had said that to me on the day I was in this school and I got excluded for getting in a silly scuffle, I would have told them to get lost. That was never going to happen. But I was lucky to kind of get my head down and focus on something that I really wanted to do. That then developed another passion. So my passion was sports, which still is, but my passion now is working with children. I've worked with some children that have really had some terrible, terrible times, and they weren't as lucky to have the support that I did. I use my experiences to now help them develop the way they think about things. And that kind of comes from self-belief and confidence. As I said earlier, there will be difficult times, but you can always go and make a difference. I'm going to try something very quickly, and I'm going to see if it works. I am a teacher, so I like a bit of participation. Could I have 2 volunteers, please, from this side? Yeah, lovely. Brilliant. One more. Yeah, at the back. Give them a round of applause. We've got Matt and Sky up here. Now, they're going to be quite relieved, because I'm not actually going to get them to do anything. Okay? But what they just did there, they didn't know that. They didn't know that I wasn't going to get... I could have asked them to do anything, 5 flips or go and play the keyboard, but no. They were brave and they put their hand up. And life is a little bit like that. There's great people out there, and there's great people in this room. Anybody can go and be great. We all came into this world in the same way. I'm not going to go into a science lesson now, but any of you can be. You two were brave and you put your hands up. And in life, you've got to go and do that. No one's going to hold your hand up for you. You've got to grasp every opportunity. And yes, you can sit there and watch it go by, and that can be your choice. But you all have the opportunity to go and make a difference. Give these two another big round of applause. You'll be pleased to know I'm coming towards the end now, so I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. That really sums it up, that you really do need to go out there and embrace every opportunity that comes your way. I now help run a multi-schools council which looks to break down perceptions about children with disabilities and mental health difficulties. If you could, when you get home tonight, if you could go onto your Facebook pages or into the App Store and search the Multi-Schools Council, like and share our page, or download our free app in the App Store. That would be fantastic, and you will also make a difference to start to break down those perceptions around children with special needs. I was very lucky this year to win a local hero award, which sounds very silly because I'm not a hero, I'm just someone who's lucky to have gone through bad experiences and turned that into something that can be positive. And what you guys have done tonight and reached that achievement in school is fantastic, and kind of use it to drive you on. Don't sit there and think, right, I've done it, that's it. Use it to go and grab something extra. And with the multi-schools, our local authority has now commissioned this project to run across the whole of the county, and eventually I want it to go nationwide and have children from mainstream and special schools working together, and that is the aim. So I was going to have a video, but I'm not going to because I've talked for too long. But I just want to finish by saying that I'm again very humbled to be here, and just thank you for kind of sitting there and listening to me. I'm sorry if some of you have drifted off, but I just want to reiterate how proud you should all be of yourselves, and if we could have another big, massive round of applause for the children's team.
Okay, thank you, Kieran, for giving us that insight. Also, we've managed to bring in the actual values of the school in there as well, of aspiration and resilience, which is very important to us all. I am going to ask you to remain standing though, so your job's not over yet. I'd like you to present our prestigious awards, starting with the Dennis Jefford Award for Art. May has an extraordinary talent in art. From the start of her GCSE course in Year 10, she has been an inspiration for peers and younger students. Her drive, talent and hours of hard work led to her achieving full marks for both her art GCSE coursework and